Okay, so this one's been a long time coming. I'm actually super excited about it because it was on pre-order for a while, kind of, and then it's dropped, but it's a limited release. This, inside of here, is the PP2K or the PP2000. It's made by Modify, and it's interesting because it's Modify's first gas blowback gun. They went straight out of the gate for a Russian submachine gun, a Russian PDW. I'm pumped. I'm excited, and I know you want me to get inside of this thing. I don't know exactly what I've got in here, like what they sent, but I'm pretty sure it's all the goodies. So let's dial on in and see what's going on. I'll kind of walk you through it. We'll kind of do an unboxing here and then a review-ish as we go, kind of my first thoughts, impressions of this thing, and then take it out to the chrono and do some chrono testing, things like that to get real numbers. I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of, okay, yes, good. They did send what I was hoping. I was like, oh, please, please, please. So in the box, it's not a lot to see here because there's like a box in a box and boxes. So first off, we'll pull out, these are gonna be the magazines. That is, looks like a long CO2 mag and a long version of the green gas mag. So we got both. So we'll actually be able to chrono this thing both. I'm gonna leave those kind of here on the side, probably just right there so we can take a look at them later. Then let's pull this out. Get rid of that box. This is it. They actually fit perfect, actually. They like barely squeeze these in. This is the case you're gonna get if you order the PP2K, which is PP2000. So you know what? Not a bad looking case. It's got like a sticker on it. It's actually just a sticker on there. But really nice the fact that you get a case you can kind of take it with you. To be honest, it's not that heavy. It feels quite light, even in the case. So let's just let you do the unboxing. You get to see it before I do. Here it is. That's it. Got like a gun and the small mag. So we got a small, looks like a small green gas mag in here. And then we have the gun itself. Case is nice. Okay, so this is that, on the case, let's just pull this aside. It's lighter than I expected, by the way. The case has got like the foam blocks in it. I don't know if you can see in here, so you can actually pick these out if you want to make it perfectly cut out for it. They didn't do that, but you can. Other than that, not a bad case, kind of like your standard ones, but it's awesome you get a case. Like nobody really includes cases with their guns. So it's really nice. I'm gonna put this aside. Nice, and it's got locks on the top too, so if you want to travel with it, you can. So what we have, oh, it's so light. Well, it's not so light. I mean, it's like interesting the way it's distributed. So here's what we got in the box. These are gonna be extra. This is what you're gonna get when you order it. And of course it does come with the case. I do know it comes in 3 colors. I didn't know what color I was gonna get. I was just kind of like whatever was available because there was like early release. And I know these things have been like pre-sold. So it comes in right now at the time of this filming, which is September of 2020. Black like this, all black. A white and black version where the top's always gonna be black, the metal, or not on all of them. So black and white two-tone, kind of a stormtrooper thing going on. And then a pink version, which is kind of cool actually, they went that route. So let's take a look at this. What we have here is the PP2K. My serial number is 268A, it looks like. This is a small Russian PDW. This is I've seen the prototype. Like at IWA, I saw the prototype. At SHOT Show, I think they had the prototype too. I was not expecting the final version. Oh, MOA. I saw it at the MOA store too, or show too. I was not expecting it to be this light. This is actually really easy. I mean, I would dare say without the mag in, it's gonna be lighter than a MP7, it's definitely. The lower half of this gun, so I'm gonna try to get it here so I can spin it around for you, show you the other side. So the lower half here is all polymer. So this is all one piece actually. This is from the front all the way back. And then this top part here with the barrel and this piece here with the Picatinny rail and all that is going to be metal. So it's 2 pieces. The stock itself is metal as well. It's one of those where you can kind of lift up, swing it around and it locks into place. I mean, it's got a little bit of play to it, but there's a reason because of that. And I'm gonna show you in a second. If you wanna make this thing lighter, I'll go ahead and show you this. It looks like you can push this thing through, and I think we push this way. Let me figure out, yeah. So there's a little button here. I'm gonna show you this button right, see if I can get the camera to actually focus on that instead of my face. Yeah, there we go. That button there pushes and it lets you pop out the stock because the stock has like this little bit on the back. You see it kind of there, that little piece. What's neat is, and I'll show you in a second, why it has a quick release button there. So this is it, super light. On this side, it's not really set up for ambi, but it's got a fire selector here. So you've got basically 3 markings. Got full auto or semi-auto. You see full auto, you see the 3 dots, and then safe is the 1 white dot. So that's it. So everything's just kind of right there by your thumb, so you can adjust it. If you switch hands, it's still not incredibly difficult to use. You can actually pop it up pretty quick, but it's definitely gonna be set up for a righty, especially the mag release, everything's set up for right on that. It is apparently ambidextrous. I think you might be able to flip this. I have to look at the mags. Yes, you can flip it. So I'll go ahead and pull out a magazine here. The magazine has notches on both sides, so you can flip the mag release and make this thing ambi. And of course, you've got the charging handle here, which can swing that way or that way. So I'm gonna show you the little piece here. It's hanging off the side. I'll get it contrast against the wall here. So you got this piece, you can have it forward, or you can flip it over that way. You don't have to do any tools or anything. So if you're lefty or righty, you just grab it and you can actually charge it back. There we go, locked all the way back. And then semi, we go all the way up to safe. Interesting, safe, it won't let the bolt go all the way back. So it blocks the bolt. You have to actually move it in there to actually fully charge it. Interesting. That's pretty cool. But you can take it back into safe and it does lock it. So it locks the trigger, so you're safe there. Magazine, let me check to make sure there's no gas in this thing. Okay, there's no gas, I just did a quick check. We're gonna put it in, locks in like that. This is the short mag right here. So kind of get it, right, all that. So without the stock and everything, this thing is crazy light. This is actually, I've carried pistols that are probably as heavy as this, just a standard pistol. I really do think you absolutely, it's a little, actually it's not that awkward. The double-handed grip, because of this piece, this big swooping piece down here, is a little hard to reach around to do that. You can definitely grab it like by the front like you're supposed to, but if you want to hold it like a pistol, it's really not that hard to do, and it's not that heavy. So if you want to go super light, this thing's crazy light. This is way lighter than MP7, like way, way, way lighter. I think this is something that you could definitely take to the games and use. Let's go ahead and take that mag out. Oh, by the way, these mags are, and I've got the cheat sheet up here on my computer. So the short ones are 23 rounders. So what you're gonna get out of these, you get 23 rounds out of this mag. And then the long ones, which I'm gonna grab the green gas one first. Let's just do this one. Open it up. Like that. That is a long boy. That is a really long boy. This one is going to be, I gotta read my cheat sheet over here, 56 rounds. The follower goes all the way down, and it does look like it has a loading notch, and this one does too. I'm gonna try to, let's see if I can get that in focus, get the camera off my face. You can see like how the channel gets wider about right there and fatter, so you can load in from the side. Same goes for this one. The fat part starts, let's see. Let's see if I can get that to work. Yeah, the fat part starts right there, my finger. So basically all the way down, and then you can load in from here, which is good. Mags are metal. They do have a polymer base plate that's got some grippy material. Let's see if I can, there you go. Got some grippiness on the bottom, like kind of some aggression, some texture. And of course you see the hole there, that's how it actually fills. But if you want to take the cap off, it's easy. You can just kind of like grab the notch here, pull it forward, give you better access to that fill valve. That was to play again. There you go. And you can do the fill valve there. I know they have replacement fill valves. They have injection valves, things like that you can buy. They have a lot of spare parts, which I do like. So that's actually pretty easy to access that. Same procedure works for both of these. If you want to see the long one in here, let me make sure there's, okay, there's no gas in that. We can go in. So there you go. It's definitely longer. It's definitely got the extension to it. But this is what's neat about it. So, I mean, that's actually, I'm pretty sure as long as it is tall. Look at that. That's like, as long as it's tall. So remember I showed you back here, the stock kind of just like goes in, push it there, and then that way, yeah. So it's locked in. So it has a little button, like I said, pushed. That gives you that stock. It's actually not too balanced. If anything, it's a little back heavy, a little tilty heavy, which is the back, which is what you want, because that leaves a light front end. So it lets you maneuver easier. Even with this mag in here, this is an extremely light gun. You do have a Picatinny rail on the top. There's built-in iron sight here and a little front post. So on the front, you got a little notch. I'm gonna try to move out of the way. And the back, you got a tiny, tiny, tiny little tick built into the rail. So for iron sights, it's very AK-ish. It's very Russian, so it's like iron sights you gotta really get down. You can get down on this stock pretty well though, and it's kind of got a slope to it, a little angle you can see there. right? So that lets you kind of, if you're using a face mask, still lets you get that sight picture. I think if you throw a red dot or some kind of optic on here, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really good because it gives you the little bit of elevation on there and it puts the optic closer to you. It's kind of farther back. What's neat about this is, let's drop the magazine, again, like the mag release there. We'll put the little one in here. Apparently, supposedly, the way they designed this is you can, let's look. It does work. So you gotta put it with the BBs pointed up, so that's like the BB channel. I know this looks crazy, right? I know, just bear with me here for a second. This is definitely more back heavy now, like, cause this is a lot heavier than this piece here. But this is actually on purpose. They do it this way, the real one. So it gives you this, I would definitely say, and again, the little texture part here makes a lot of sense now, right? It gives you a stock to work with, but then when you want to do a mag change, or if you have you need extra mag here, you got always your backup here, you can drop the mag. I know it's an extra step, you're gonna go, Jonathan, this is stupid, but you can take the mag out, which doubles as the stock, put it in here, and now you can go. I guess you could run the small, can we run the small one in here? Can we do this? Let's see, let me look. Can the little one fit? The little one fits. Oh, that's, that works. So you can do the little one as a backup. I think that's kind of cool. So you've got a little mag as a backup, right? This little one here, you can like keep it. So if you're gonna run and gun, and then actually, ooh, the balance on this is really good. That keeps it really nice, like kind of front to rear. Still a little on the back, but not much. That can be good, so you always have it, and you always get 23 rounds. Like when things get bad, you know, let's say you're running, let's say you're running like a loadout, you run out of mags, at least you got 23 rounds left, right? You can put it there. If you can do the 56, you want to have a full length stock. But that's pretty cool. It's just something they did on the real one, and Modify got it to work on this one too. They just kind of went with it, and that's pretty neat. I like that they did that. But of course, if you want to, you can just put that in there. Gives you the stock, and then of course you can take it and flip it around and give you that. So anyway, that's how it works on that. So I'm gonna dry fire with no mag in it right now. So that's actually very short. Very, 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 very short. I love that. I like that a lot, actually. Let me get this stock. So the trigger take up here is super short. So to do that is just so short to fire. I like it. There's not a lot of play. You don't have to like pull your finger a long time to get to it. It's maybe a couple millimeters. Let's see. So there's a little take up, and once you take it up, it's there. It's just, and then to the back. The trigger's a little squishy soft. It feels like normally, but once you have it like ready to rock and roll, it's just right. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna do a live fire. I'm gonna do a chrono. So I think we're gonna see what's going on here. Also kind of get an idea of rate of fire on this thing too. I don't know, I'm curious, you know, what the feet per second is gonna be. Finally, on this, is we got another magazine here. I'm gonna show you. Put this, and this is pretty obvious what this one is because it's got a big gaping hole in it. This is gonna be your CO2 mag, and that's gonna be, wow, did they really? Oh, so that's the part, you know, that screws in the silver there, the bright silver. That's a long piece. Let me move this forward. There's actually a screw point here. It's, wow, if I can get that off. Yeah, you can unscrew it all the way from the bottom. Like actually it's meant to not even take the cap off. You can take a screwdriver right inside the hole, which is the gas fill valve, the same one you see on these, like the brass. There's a silver piece in there, and you can actually take it all the way up. So you can actually do it that way. You don't have to actually take the cap off. That's really cool. So you can set the CO2 through the base without having to do it. So pretty easy to use. Looks like you just kind of come in on the side. Looks like this, maybe the lower side here. You just line it up, put it up there in the top, and then fill it in. Same thing goes for this, same round count. I'm gonna guess we're gonna see a higher power number out of this one. I do know they have different flow valves. They've got the regular valve, and they got like a high durability or high flow valve, and they got like a high durability Koba valve, like Tenyo Koba, I'm pretty sure they worked with on that. So those you can replace. So that's it. I mean, as for markings and trademarks, let me get this thing close to you here so you can see. You got that on that one side. On the other side, well, like no markings except for that PP2000 right there. The grip here in the front, just to round out all the externals, the grip here in the front is actually pretty darn good. I know some people are like talking about it, I've seen, but I think this is, it's definitely, I like it. I definitely like it a lot. It's got a good feel to it, a little bit of a notch, feel really good to grip around it. And it felt like maybe it was gonna be a little short for me, but it's totally not short. I mean, this thing definitely has plenty of like length. I mean, your pinky kinda, at least my hand's pinky kinda hangs up, but I don't feel it. I don't notice it. I mean, definitely strong, tight. I don't feel any real wobble. I mean, I think this is gonna be a solid platform. I definitely would go play CQB with this thing. I think it's great. And with the weight of it, it's gonna be a great backup gun. If you guys and gals are looking for something to like have as like a secondary for anything, this could be good, especially these high round count CO2 and green gas mags. It really could work pretty well. So yeah, that's it right now. I mean, swivel sling attachment points right here. So you have one cling, like I put a ring around it or something like that, and then you can attach, and then that's it for your sling attachment points. And of course, this big, huge hole here, I'm not sure what even I would use that for. I'm sure some of you guys and gals that are better at Russian stuff than I am definitely would know what that is. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's your rundown of the externals on this one. Oh, internally, I do want to talk about you. They have an oversized air nozzle inside. So it's actually gonna have a harder kick, apparently. So I'm looking forward to that. And then also steel trigger components. So we're not looking like a alloy or something like that. Zinc alloy, we're looking at full steel trigger components. I definitely know the stock is steel, and it feels like, I don't know if this upper is steel or not. I can't really tell. I don't have a magnet right here with me to check. But yeah, that's everything that rounds it out. Polymer looks great. It's got a great matte finish. They got the texture here and here. I think this thing's gonna definitely hold up. As for hop-up adjustments, it looks like it goes through a hole here. So there's a hole. Let me see if I can just try this focus game again. There you go. Right there. You can see the holes right there. And it goes up through the trigger well. And then you should adjust it that way. Looks like it's done with an Allen key on that one. Let me drop this. Yeah, because there's no other way to access in the inside. Looking inside there, there's no hop-up adjustment. So it's gonna be through there with an Allen tool. I'm not seeing an Allen tool in the box, but maybe, let me look in here before we get going out to the range. Go check it out. Let's see. Nope, no Allen tool, but that's no big deal. I'll let you guys and gals know. It looks like it's gonna be like a 2.5, probably, maybe, millimeter one. I don't know. But it should be, if you're an airsofter, you got a kit. You got this stuff in there. So anyway, that's it internally, externally. Let's go take it out to the range and take a look at it and see what it can do and chrono test, and then come back here and wrap up. All right, well, that's it. You saw it, you know it. There you go. You saw the power levels, you saw the numbers. I saw the rate of fire. I think this is pretty darn cool. I'm happy to see innovation. I'm shocked that Modify did this. I mean, I saw that they were announcing it. And I was like, really? They're gonna be doing a gas blow? I mean, Modify's not known for it, but I'm really excited they did it. I think they're bringing something new to the table, and something that's of course not licensed, so you can bring it and sell it anywhere. Price point, I feel like it's pretty good. Check your local shops for the pricing on that. I mean, prices obviously vary no matter where you live, but affordability wise, yeah, for a gas blowback gun, it's a little on the higher end, but you gotta think, they're doing all the molding. They had to invent this thing from the ground up. I mean, it's really not incredibly terrible when you're looking at something that is super unique. Of course, for those of you out there that are like in the Russian world, love to do the Russian kits and all that stuff, you play Milsim West, you do whatever, this is gonna be a must get. I mean, absolutely, it's gonna be just a have to buy. Pick up a bunch of these, load them out, or you can do the small ones if you wanna have like a backup. I mean, you can run an AK and have this thing just like kind of strapped half to your back on your play carrier. You can even ditch the stock if you didn't want to have the extra weight. You should be schlepping this thing around all weekend. It's already light. You ditch the stock and it's even lighter. I mean, I would carry this over a sidearm. Just gives you so much more versatility to be able to go in, and you can even throw the stock like in your bag, or use the extra mag as the stock. You're gonna carry extra mags, right? Have a long mag, have the long boy here, and then a bunch of these short ones here, and like your pistol mag pouches, and you can go clear rooms and things like that with this thing and not have to worry about running the big guns around if you're gonna run like DMR or something like that. If you want an alternative for an MP7, MP5, this is gonna be it. This is definitely it, especially if you're in the gas blowback fans. You're gonna like this one. I've been looking forward to it. I kind of was reserved, held my judgment, but I think it's a winner. I think we got a winner here. So anyway, if you guys want to know more about this, I'll have a link in the description below where you can go check it out. It has some, I think, generic pricing, like international pricing on there. You can get on there pre-order, depending on when you're watching this video. you know, I think the first whole batch was like more than spoken for. So just go ahead and jump in. If you're interested in this thing, go ahead and pick one up. I'm curious to see with the white and the pink one. I think those look awesome, but I'd love to get a hold of like a white one. I think that would look pretty darn cool. Or just tear this thing down and maybe do a Cerakote, like do a custom color. I think that could be pretty cool. Maybe find like a good Russian camo pattern and have the bottom, like the polymer part, hydro dipped. That would be a need. Oh man, I should do that. Or maybe Cerakoted. We'll see. Anyway, enough about all that, and thanks for watching. If you guys haven't given me a thumbs up, please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down and below. That really helps get this video seen by YouTube. And of course, if you guys haven't subbed, please mash that sub button. I'd love to have you part of the Airsoftology family. Do uploads every single week, both reviews and unboxings of products, as well as question and answer session where I answer your questions about anything Airsoft related. So anyway, until next time, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.